This is ABTV, Animal Bites Television. For animal lovers, by animal lovers.
Hey, I'm Primitive Tim, and today we're going road cruising. Now, before we go road cruising, we need to do some research, and this is done almost exclusively through Google Earth. Alright, so when we open up Google Earth, it kind of comes up like this. It's not a satellite image. And so we're gonna zoom in. Alright, so here I am in Florida. And so all these green patches, like this is Ocala National Forest, and we have, of course, Everglades National Park. But all these green patches of land, this is all government land here in the US. And so basically it's just wilderness land. So if we can find a road that cuts through that kind of wilderness, that's gonna be good. Alright, let's just go cut it down into Brazil. I don't want to give away any specific locations. Alright, so here we are in Brazil. We're gonna find a road in Brazil to cruise, one that looks good. So here we've got a road. There's a lot of green around here. That looks like a good road. What I'm going to do is go ahead and click on the satellite image, and then from there we can kind of zoom in some more. That looks like it's just a river. Now I can't really see any of the roads, so what I can do is grab this little yellow guy here and bring him out. So when I bring this guy out, it highlights all the roads along here. So I'm just going to drop him like right here. Now what this does is it gives me a first person view, like this was an actual picture taken. So I can look at the road, I can tell that it's paved, and I can tell that there's a lot of dense jungle around. And so if I want, I can even just like cruise it via Google Earth. So this is really cool. It's to see like actual pictures of Brazil, and it's long and straight. There's no cars on it when this picture was taken, so that kind of tells me that there's not a lot of traffic on this road, because it appears to be the middle of the day when you might see traffic. So basically this road is cutting through the middle of nowhere, and man, I really want to cruise this road. It looks awesome. Alright, so when we get to our road, basically what I like to do is just go at a nice slow pace. Right now I'm going between 20 and 25 miles an hour, and just scanning the road. Basically all you want is a road that cuts through the middle of nowhere, because these are places that's going to have a lot of very low traffic. You don't want hardly any traffic on your roads, because then people are going to be running over your snakes, and of course that's bad. Alright, so this little guy right here, this is a ribbon snake. And this one, sun's been down about 30 minutes or so, and so it's pretty dark out. Oh, he's fired up. So this is their prime activity time. They like to be active and hunting down frogs and fish and stuff right after dusk, after the sun goes down. And so this is when we want to be cruising. If we cruise really late at night or before dusk, we're going to be wasting our time, because it's going to be too hot before dusk, and it may be too cool later in the night. So right now it's kind of prime time for these guys, and it's the middle of summer, so check out these beautiful little snakes. So like always, we're gonna let it go, and so just put it on the ground. It's going straight toward the camera. Well, this one doesn't seem to know where it wants to go, so I'm gonna put him in the bushes on the side of the road here. So once you spot the snake and make sure that the road is safe to stop and get out on, and that there's no cars coming, you can get out. Make sure you get lots of light on that snake, because the first thing you want to do is identify it. Make sure it's not venomous. If it's not venomous, you can feel a lot more comfortable handling it and getting off the road or posing it for pictures. Alright, check this out. So this is just something we've cruised up just now, and this is a Florida water snake. Yeah, he's active kind of late. So a little bit past dusk, which right now we're on a dirt road here. So normally this is something you want to cruise in the evening or in the early morning, because these aren't going to really hold much heat. So snakes will come out just because it's open, get some sun, and then they'll head back into the cover of the bushes and stuff. So this guy was out a little bit late, and it's kind of cool to see him like this. So he was just moving on. So we're going to let this little snake go back into the ditch where it came from. There you go. Look at him go. Looks so cool. So this year we've had kind of an interesting summer. We've found a lot of crayfish snakes, and these are striped crayfish snakes. Also, we found a red-bellied swamp snake, so that was a really cool find. A lot of cottonmouths, especially a lot of younger ones. Of course, our normal water snakes, which we already shown, and ribbon snakes, garter snakes, stuff like that. Now, it's important to remember, a few hours after dark, things tend to slow down. Now, I'm not going to say that snake activity just stops after like 11 o'clock, because snakes don't care what time it is. They care about conditions. Usually, I don't go road cruising unless it's 70 degrees or more outside. If you start to take notes on this stuff, you may start to see some rhythm and start to make sense of different things. You may have noticed that all my road cruising was done at night, and all these snakes were filmed at night. That's because here in Florida during the summer, it's so hot. Almost no snakes are going to be active during the day. Now here in the US, there may be some laws about certain things, especially in Texas. I know there's some strict laws. So make sure you go talk to a game warden or any local law enforcement and ask them about that. Be like, hey, I want to do this. I want to cruise this road, and that's going to entail me stopping, pulling off the side of the road, getting out, and being on the road, removing a snake from the road, and ask them if that's okay. Now, what I like about road cruising is it's very easy. It's not physically strenuous. You're not getting bit up by bugs the whole time. Also, it's a great way to introduce people to reptiles because they can come with you. It's not too uncomfortable for them. You guys can cruise for a while, hang out, listen to the radio, and then when you find a snake, there it is. You can get out, check out the snake, and so it's a great way to get people interested in reptiles. So go out, get on Google, look for some awesome roads in your area, get out there optimum times of the day and optimum times of the year, explore, take notes on different conditions and what you find. If you do that, you're bound to really get your area figured out because every area is different. So I hope you guys have a lot of luck. Be sure to check out my Twitter and Facebook, and if you have success after watching this video, tweet the pictures at me if you're able to find stuff. So if you find a copperhead up in Tennessee or whatever, tweet me a picture. That'd be awesome. I'd love to hear from you guys and hear that this was actually useful. So until next time, find a new way to appreciate nature.
I've been diving with sharks for 14 years. All kinds of sharks. Yep, even that one. But I'm not here to convince you to like sharks. I'm here to ask questions.
This is ABTV,